Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? My name is John, and I am with Sir Winston Honeybees. Well, that's just the name of, the little thing, but I'm not really with anybody because I'm not producing honey yet, but I'm producing bees, I think. So you'll notice a couple things that are looking a little bit different since the last time we were here. First of all, you'll notice more height to the hive, and that's because since the last time, we spoke and I had a video, I added 2 medium supers, right? And so these are, boxes, and they go on top of your brood boxes. Brood is where you keep your eggs and larvae. So I have 2 brood boxes. Then I have the medium supers. Eventually, the medium supers will be where the bees will be storing honey. But right now, they're empty because this is where I put the feeder. So as you recall the last time, I added the second brood box, and I put the frames in it, and that was it. I closed it up. So I went to Blue Sky Supply in Ravenna, Ohio, and I purchased 2 medium supers. I didn't put the frames in, but this is what the frames look like for medium supers. So obviously this is a medium super. It's actually foundation. So I didn't build the frames because I don't have to yet. I'm not going to do that yet, but here's some foundation, and it's light colored. And I'm noticing that these super foundation is usually light color, and brood foundation, for at least the one they sell at Blue Sky, is black. And my best guess is because black allows you to see the white eggs a little better, and the white, this is where those bees are going to store just honey. So how do I prevent a queen from going into the medium supers and laying eggs? And again, this video is for beginners because you experts know this is very simple, basic beekeeping. Well, we're going to use something called a queen excluder. This is a queen excluder, and we're going to put it right here inside, and the queen can't move up, so she can't lay eggs, and there'll be no brood. So the workers will just go up here and deposit honey. Why do they do that? Well, it's just basic nature, right? Bees are trying to survive, and just like all other creatures, the way to survive is by procreating. So that's what they do. Bees procreate, and in their colony, the queen lays eggs, the workers work, and the drones fertilize the queen. And that's the entire structure of a beehive, of a colony. So there'll be 10,000 bees in here, no, more than 10,000 bees in here at some point, doing that thing, surviving. And also, part of survival is preparing for a winter. So as we get to the fall, what we want to see is a lot of bees in here. We want to see a lot of resources, honey, nectar, pollen. And remember that, of course, the nectar and the honey, that's carbohydrates. The pollen is protein. And the other thing you might notice, is that I took the entrance reducer off. So I did that just yesterday. It was 90 degrees. So I took off the entrance reducer just to give the bees a little bit more air. I am a little worried that we might get some other creatures coming in and trying to rob the hive, but I'm going to determine how many bees are in here once I take a look at this box. The other thing I did last week is, and thanks to suggestions from some of my Facebook friends on the Northeast Ohio Beekeepers Facebook page, there's a lot of Facebook pages, is I moved a frame of brood from down here to up here, because this was all empty frames when I left you guys last time. So I moved a frame of brood, and I kind of moved like a frame and a half of brood, and then another frame of just like nectar, pollen, honey for them to. So I put 3 frames up here, and then put 3 empties down here along the sides so that they could work on. So we're going to go in and see if things are progressing. As always, the hunt for the queen continues. I did watch some videos that might help me find the queen. We'll see. But as long as we see eggs, and we see that they're worker eggs, and the laying pattern is pretty solid and central, I'll know that there's a queen in there. So we're going to put some glasses on so I can see, look for eggs, look for larvae, and we're going to go inside and take a look. Don't expect to see obviously anything up here because we don't have frames and foundation. So we'll go in and take a look. ratchet strap. So I'm going to take the brick off and I'm going to ratchet it down, just because, well, see, the hive is taller and the brick is up kind of high. So see, we got a good fire going. I'm going to start dropping some grass clippings on here. And slowly, I'll just start building this smoker bed of flames. I got to keep pumping to keep those flames going underneath. So now we just have like a smoldering smoker. And like with any smoke, it stinks. So you'll want to stay upwind of your smoker and position it in such a way so it doesn't bother you. Alright, so we're cooling down our smoke, keeping it cool with these grass clippings. And the grass clippings are fairly fresh from yesterday. So I got a smoker going. Keep that fire going on the bottom. So one thing I'm kind of interested in, and I want to start doing some videos on this, is history, right? I'm a history teacher. If you don't know, I've already mentioned it. So what I want to do is, I want to give you guys some history of beekeeping and just some interesting stories involving beekeeping. So I talked about Langstroth last time, and I called him Homer or Horace. It's actually Lorenzo Langstroth. And I want to do some interesting little history stories about beekeeping. So that's going to be like a side video, just to kind of keep things interesting as far as those of you who love history, and I know a lot of people do. That's really working out good, isn't it? I'm loving it. So, one more little pack of thing. Close that up. And I got a good smoker going. I'm going to keep pumping this until I'm sure that it's going strong, but as you can see, I'm ready to work. So obviously what we'll find as we take off the top cover is you're going to see the feeder. Should be no bees in this chamber. And again, these are medium supers. And again, I bought these at Blue Sky. Put them together in about an hour. Stained them, again using that stain from Vermont Naturals, which I've been talking about. And these are sticky, not because of propolis. I'm sure it's a stain from the other day. I wanted to put these on before it started raining. So that was the goal. Now let's see how much they've eaten. I put in a gallon of, this is a gallon feeder. There are some ants here. And look, a lot of bees. So that means that we have some activity in this brood box, okay? But we have not taken a lot of this nectar, this sugar water. So I think I'm not gonna feed them anymore. So this is done. This is almost full, and it's been there a week. So they're not taking this. They're bringing in resources. They're bringing in pollen. They're bringing in nectar. They're providing for themselves at this point. So we're done with that. All right, here comes the fun. The smoker going here. Again, the smoker's a work in progress. We do have smoke, but it's taking a long time to pump it out, so something we'll keep working on. Here it comes. So you work with smoke just to kind of move bees out of the way, because bees communicate using their antennae, and the bee kind of the smoke confuses them a little bit. So you want to use smoke just to get them out of the way. Like I said, today we're looking for our queen, and we'll see what the laying pattern looks like on this brood box on top. Oh, I see some bees on here, quite a lot of bees. So the other thing we're going to look for is this varroa mite. So we don't want to see any varroa. And there's a bottom board on here, removable, which I removed the other day, and I did not see any sign of varroa. So so I'm seeing a pretty good mixture of bees. Hopefully they're not all drones. No, I see some smaller ones there. So if we see a lot of drones, that's a problem, because that means we don't have a queen laying eggs. How do we tell drones from worker bees? Well, drones are bigger and they have bigger eyes. So regular working bees, female bees, are smaller, obviously, and they have smaller eyes. So I'm seeing a good mixture of the two. Mostly workers. If you can see that in the video, watch it, because they're going to move upwards and kind of beard a little bit, which will be kind of fun. Okay. Oh, sorry, little guy. One thing you don't want to do is try and avoid killing bees, but sometimes there's so many of them. They're all over, right? So originally, like I said, I moved up a couple of frames from the lower brood box. So we're going to go ahead and start inspecting from the end. Don't expect to see anything on these frames. Again, there's a couple of bees on them. A little bit of work. You can see they're whitening out a little bit. That means they've been on here, but they're not really drawing anything on this one. But they are workers, so good. Put that aside. Nothing here, nothing yet. Nothing there. All right, good. So now we'll start looking to see what the activity is, and obviously since they're getting sticky, so we'll see. This is the emergence of some drawn comb. There's nectar in them. We got a lot of worker bees, so no concern there. Nothing suspicious. And this is the outside of the frame, so no drawn comb there. So they're starting to draw comb on the inside. The next frame is looking really good. That might be one I brought in, but we don't need to set that to the side. What we're going to do is we're going to put it, since we took 2 frames out, we're just moving that one to the edge. Okay? All right. So next up, I think this is, again, this frame was brought up as a resource frame from the lower box. And there's a lot of comb, drawn comb on here, and there's weight to it too. There's brood, and cat brood, as you can see. Cat brood. Appears pretty normal. Nectar on the outside. No honey. And cat brood on this side too. See nectar also deposited. Honey, you see some cap honey on the edges. This white stuff. So they're doing a nice job with this one. Again, this came from the bottom and they moved it up. So they're still working it. Since I don't see eggs, I'm not expecting to see a queen. This is a good frame that babies are emerging from. I like these gloves better because I can, you know, they're not sticking to the end of the frame. This has a little hanger on it. Kind of cool, I suppose, if you want to do it like that. Keep it nearby. You know that's what it was for? I just figured it out. Okay. But it's in the way. So. Alright, I don't need smoke in this. See honey? See a waggle dancer. And I see a lot of drawn comb. So alright, so what I see on these is drawn comb, and I see a lot of eggs. There are eggs on this frame. Eggs. These are good. These are good. So that means that the queen is actively working here. And when you look for a queen, what you're looking for is just a bee that looks different. A bee that looks different. Generally, she moves pretty fast too. And of course, she has the longer abdomen, which is the third part, the lower part of her body. Now I have a queen. And seen her before. The other thing I know about queens is that they don't like the light, so they'll tend to migrate to the darker frame. I don't see any brood, any eggs on the outside of this, but I do see nectar, pollens being deposited, so obviously this is for resources, but this is fantastic. All right? All right. Moving to the inside. Keep an eye out. See waggle dancers. See honey. I know all my viewers are. It's like Amy said, my friend Amy said, it's like finding Waldo. Where is Waldo? And they also have striped shirts, right? That makes it more complicated. But the queen usually, her abdomen tends to be a different color. Oh, this is heavy. This might have come from below. Scanning real quick. And this is all There she is, right in the center of the frame. Right in the center of the frame with a pink dot on her. She's got a pink dot. You see her? I don't want to move her. She just squirmed to the other side. All right. We just found our queen. She's in there. There she is on the very bottom center. Just moving to the right. There she is. And here's the thing. She's moved up to the top. She's moved up top. Found our queen, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. All right. Success, people. Okay. So we're going to keep looking, inspecting. I'm not sure I want to get into this bottom box today, only because, number one, I found the queen. Number two, I don't expect to find anything unusual, especially because I put some empty frames on. So just take a quick look on the rest. All right. This is my first bee sting. Hit me hard, too. All right. So I know that these gloves don't work, and I'm going to have to get different gloves. Ooh, that hurts. That stung hard. All right. Right through that glove. But honestly, we're seeing a lot of eggs and eggs here too. Now I know the queen doesn't sting, so I didn't just slap the queen off my hand. The queen is on that frame, so I don't want to squeeze them together. I'm pretty excited though. Also got my first bee sting, ladies and gentlemen, so there we go. Oh, this is heavy. Okay, this is heavy. So we've got cat brood, nectar, honey. I'm not seeing anything suspicious as far as what we call, but they are getting a little bit irritated. So we'll work through quickly, just kind of get a general idea. The other reason I don't want to move the boxes is because I have to lift the box and set it down, and with the queen on the top, I'm afraid to do anything stupid. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. But I think we're kind of done for today, to be honest with you. And I'll tell you what, I did get stung. It hurt. I mean, this is my first bee sting, right? So I'll describe it to you. It hurt for a while. I got a couple of bees here trying to kind of get through again. But it went away. So probably next week you'll see me wearing the thick gloves again. This is the frame with the queen. So I'm slowly, very slowly, just moving it over. Generally likes to hang out in the middle of the frame. All right, push these guys together. And these are empty, so I'll slide these in. This one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move everything over in this direction, and this hive's in good shape. So like I said, I'm not going to feed them anymore. We found the queen. I'm not going in the bottom box. I'll wait a few days and maybe check the bottom box then, just to make sure there isn't anything weird going on down there. I don't think this colony's not ready to swarm. There's lots of room, I mean, I could take a quick look. I'll show you real quick what we're looking at. But I think we're in good shape. Alright. Like I said, if you have any comments, please comment. Please subscribe. And subscribe to my channel. Comment below. Obviously, please comment. Answer questions. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. If I should be looking at my bottom box, despite the fact that I just found the queen, let me know that too. Like I said, I think I'll set up a little bit better to put the box on top of another box, just to be sure the next time. So in the meantime, we're just closing this guy up. There's really not much even to clean up. And just giving these guys room to grow at this point. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm going to strap this up with the ratchet strap. I'm going to strap it down to the brick, so just so it holds it together. Let me show you real quick. We'll have more success with the smoker next time. Less grass. I think I packed it too tight. I'll show you this. So this is our bottom board, and it allows you to kind of, sometimes there's a grid on it. Got to take a look to see if I see anything that looks like varroa mite. We'll be treating for varroa mite in July, because even though I have what's called varroa sensitive hygiene bees, or at least a queen, I don't think there's any such thing as being sensitive to varroa. Varroa is sensitive. There will be mites in here at some point, so we'll have to treat, and that'll be in July. So I'll show you how to do that. So in the meantime, let's clean that off and slide that back in. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. I am John Murphy from Sir Winston Honeybees, and happy beekeeping, everybody.